Get knocked, Sparta! No hug needed!
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're on a time limit here with Curtis from Top Boy.
I still haven't seen it. I can't wait to watch it. Ashley Walters and Kane are amazing. They really are. So I'm looking forward to watching it.
I'm surprised you haven't watched it, to be honest with you. All the tweets.
I haven't had a minute. Honest to God, I haven't had a minute. I am going to be getting away to a couple of places in the near future, so I'll watch these things on the plane. And then when I get somewhere, I've just got the kids, and then I'm trying my best with this golf. I really am. I'm giving it every spare minute that I've got, and I don't get many spare minutes. Cougs, I get two full afternoons a week to try, and I'm giving them to golf at the minute. So that's it.
Okay, let's crack straight on. Conor Benn, a lot of criticism.
Big out to TaylorMade. They're looking after me as well. They're great. I've got to be fitting next week. My new club, so TaylorMade, the best clubs in the world. Go on.
Get all your plugs in, mate. Get all your plugs in. Conor Benn, a little bit of criticism. Last 4 fights, done very well. People have urged this step up. Is Van Heerden the step up from the previous 4, in your honest opinion?
In my honest opinion, no. I think he's the exact same as Chris Algieri, which I've just said to Ed. The only difference is he's a legitimate welterweight. Chris Algieri wasn't. He was a lightweight, let's be honest. So a light welter at best. But Chris Van Heerden is the first southpaw that he faces, so that poses you different problems. I just think Conor's, with the momentum that he has and the athletic ability that he possesses, is going to be too much for Chris Van Heerden. If he jumps on him early, I think he gets rid of him. But if he lets Chris Van Heerden settle in and get into any kind of rhythm, he's going to find out just how horrible southpaws are. I hate them. I absolutely despise them. The minute a kid puts his right hand first in a boxing gym, he should be thrown out. They should be illegal. They're horrible. They're amazing. They're amazing fighters. It's just so hard and difficult to get your head round. It really is, especially when someone like me, who's so regimented and diligent with his preparations, I just hate to prepare. It was so hard to get ready for them. So, yeah, that's me personally. But we'll soon find out how Conor deals with them on Saturday night. He's got to start fast. Cannot let Chris Van Heerden get into any kind of rhythm. He's got to jump on him. And if he does, he has the power to render him out within a few rounds. But if he lets him get in that rhythm, mate, you're going to find out exactly why you should stay well away from southpaws.
The big fight, Eddie Hearn's promise, should, and hopefully Conor Benn comes through Saturday night here in Manchester. But that big fight that...
Well, 3 names I just heard mentioned. Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia, Adrian Broner. That's another big leap. One name you point at is the big puncher, is Garcia. One with the
Danny.
Yes, Danny Garcia. Then you got to look to some with vast amount of experience. A couple of division weight champion, Mikey Garcia. And then you look at the problem. And for me, he really is the problem, is Adrian Broner. Because if he's still there after 7 rounds and he's got the bit between his teeth, he's the one that you're looking across going, told you not to make this fight. Because for 6 rounds, Conor Benn's going to bully him and rough him up and get heavy-handed with him. But if he's still there after 6, you're going to find out what your boy's made of. Because then when he gets the bit between his teeth, he's a problem. I'm telling you now, and trust me, the press conference and the hype and the build-up would just be insane. Like, Adrian Broner's just live. I mean, this guy attacks his own management team. You've seen the way he tore Soft Lad a new one. His name evades me. Always sharp suits. Part of the Mayweather stable. Leonard Ellaby. You've seen the way... I seen him tear Leonard Ellaby a new one. Like, he's sitting next to him at a press conference and he just went, shut up. And he just told him to shut up and just taught him a new backside, which was funny to watch, but must have been absolutely horrendous for Leonard sitting there, because he ain't going to do nothing. Because Adrian Broner's live, and he's definitely still a problem.
Okay, let's move on to next weekend. I mean, huge fight.
Dillian and Tyson, massive fight, huge fight.
Explain to me how White wins this fight, in your opinion, if he is to win this fight.
I've been invited, I've been asked to work it. It's nothing to do with me, I'm just staying away. Dillian can win this fight. If Dillian jumps on Tyson, I know for a fact Tyson Fury does not know and is thinking in his mind this is an easy fight. It's not. No one in the world is having an easy night against Dillian White. No one. AJ-USYK wouldn't have an easy night. Tyson Fury's not going to have an easy night. AJ wouldn't have an easy night. There's not a heavyweight in the world who can have an easy night against Dillian White for the attributes he possesses and what he's willing to go through. You can't have an easy night. He's going to put it on you. So the only way, the easiest it can possibly be is if you cop him in the first round with one big shot and he goes. But as we've seen, he's durable too. He's willing to get off the floor. Tyson's going to have his work cut out. Tyson is by far a better boxer than Dillian White. I'm not telling you guys something you don't already know. But has Tyson Fury faced someone who's willing to keep getting up off the floor, who has the technical ability that Dillian White has to drag you into a hard fight? He's definitely never faced a body puncher as good as Dillian White as well. And believe you me, Tyson Fury has a good sized midriff to hit as well. It's not small. Dillian's going to hit that. And I think AJ was quite open in saying he's the hardest body puncher he's ever faced. Dillian hits ruthlessly to the body. Expect him to go there early doors. Now, there's another side to that coin. On the flip side, you've got Tyson Fury's ability and his attributes, establishing himself now as a front foot, counter-punching, dangerous fighter. He's a typical Kronk fighter. He goes on the front foot, he draws your mistakes, and he comes back with something heavy every single time. And he's happy to engage up close as well. He didn't have that before the first Dillian White fight. He gets that in the rematch and he gets that in the third fight. But these are things that have been now added to his game from the Kronk. Sugar Hill's a fantastic coach. Brilliant coach. He's got amazing students around him, like the likes of Andy Lee. And you can see the things that they're implementing to his game, he's using to his attributes. He's using to his, to his advantage, sorry, not attributes. So I think it will be a bit of a shutout in the first couple of rounds for Tyson Fury. He won't want to touch Dillian White. And then I think at some stage he's going to have to stand there. And when he does stand there, I'm telling you now, Tyson Fury's going to have to get off the floor to defeat Dillian White, in my opinion. Dillian White will have Tyson Fury down. The big question is, can he keep him there? I'm not sure he can.
Is this a more dangerous fight than Fury Wilder 2 and 3? Not the first one, because we wasn't sure how that was going to kind of play out. But 2 and 3, is this more of a dangerous fight for Fury than the second and third Wilder fights?
Yes, because he knew what he was in with going into the second and third fight. When you've got history, you know what each other's getting into. So he knows. Don't get me wrong, if you're asking me, is Dillian White a more dangerous puncher than Deontay Wilder? Absolutely not, no. But is it a more dangerous fight? Yes, because he brings a different set of tools to the table. He brings a different set of attributes, something that Tyson Fury hasn't had to deal with in the professional ranks yet. No one's been able to literally put it on Tyson Fury for 12 rounds, and for every minute of them 12 rounds, put it on him. Dillian White can. We've seen Dillian White in trench wars. We've seen Dillian White get off the floor numerous times. We've seen Dillian White go to the well. That might work against him, against Tyson Fury, because he might just walk into everything and get schooled all night. But ultimately, Tyson's got to keep up that pace and he's got to keep that distance between the two of them. I could make a case for both fighters in this fight, because I could draw it as far back as someone saying, well, look at Tyson Fury against John McDermott. That's stupid. It's how long ago. And then you could also make the case of saying, look at Dillian White against Derek Chisora and how he struggled at times. That's how long ago. Both fighters have come on leaps and bounds. That must be stated first and foremost. Secondly, the weight and the anticipation of this fight works for both fighters, but it also works against both fighters. For Dillian, I think it works more, because Dillian's the one he's always been looking at this style. Tyson Fury's been WBC champion now for how long, since that first Wilder fight, in my opinion. And Dillian's always known it's going to be Fury that I'm facing. Tyson ain't always been looking at Dillian. He's been at other styles, fighting other people, fighting Deontay Wilder. One thing I will say, if Tyson Fury fights Dillian White like he fought Deontay Wilder, he's going to lose. He's going to lose. He cannot fight him the way.
Any fighting specifically?
Consistently pushing him back and trading. he can't fight him.
No, I meant from the 3 fights. Which one are you referring to more so than... Or are you not? You're generalising that?
I think the second and the third one are very similar. I think, if anything, Deontay Wilder actually is just better in the third fight with how he attacks Tyson Fury and from the angles that he tried to do. He tried to set him traps in the third fight. He's just not bright enough and smart enough to fully put them in play yet. Whereas Tyson Fury put it on him, looked to exhaust him. He can't put it on Dillian White. Physically, he's dealing with a whole different specimen. This isn't a guy with toothpicks for legs who can't push it off him. This is a guy who's a big lump. Dillian's a lumplar. He's a big, heavy lump, and he can fight inside, outside. And you know what? He ain't scared of getting hit, Cougs. He ain't scared. That's the thing with Dillian. So I'm not going to stand there and go, I think Dillian White's going to knock out for it. That's stupid. But I'll tell you something, mate. It's going to be a hell of a fight.
Broke his silence yesterday. We hadn't heard from Dillian White until he posted on his social accounts for the first time during the build-up of his fight. But yeah, boxing politics, whatever reasons, it doesn't matter. What matters, what happens next week.
Of course, all that matters is he turns up. Be careful what you wish for at press conferences and stuff like that. Just be careful what you wish for.
What does that mean?
Just be careful, because you can lose it all at a press conference. I'm just telling you. So be careful who you rile up and who you push and who you poke. You prod the lion, mate.
Who did you prod?
I
always think reference back to you and your great press conferences over the years. The best one was the one with Nathan Cleverly.
It's not about me. It's about the boys who are fighting now. I've had my time. Just got to be careful when you're prodding people at press conferences, man. Dillian's live and Tyson's a live character. Both are emotionally driven, especially coming into this fight. Could you imagine if Tyson loses this fight, what it does to his legacy? And then for Dillian, you've waited so long, and you've beaten all these fighters and been back and forth. Can you imagine what it does to his state in the game? So massive, massive gains to be won here, but there's also massive, massive damages to the loser.
I know you got to go. Just the last one, just very quickly. AJ-USYK looks to be taking place in July now. Well, Eddie Hearn's been a bit vague, as he always is around these situations with Joshua, but that fight looks like it will happen now. That's happening possibly in Saudi Arabia, that rematch, but...
Okay, Saudi Arabia, July. Just let's wait.
Allegedly, by the way.
Let's just wait and see where Alexander is, and as long as he remains safe and AJ's good, and we'll talk about it more then. But yeah, it's an intriguing fight. It really is, and we'll soon find out. But right now, as I say, when it comes to talking about Alexander Usyk, my thoughts are with his country and the safety of everyone who's over there. So yeah.
All right, we'll pick that up later on. You want to go and watch the press conference? Tony Bellew, thank you for your 5 minutes. Bang on 5 minutes, by the way, that was.
It wasn't bang on 5 minutes, it's more like 10, but thank you very much. Keep tuning in to IFL.
Hit 1 billion views, by the way.
Well done. Proud of you. Well done.
Did you know that or not?
Well done. Well,
no, but did you know that?
I think I've retweeted it the minute you put it out.
Oh, you actually did, yeah. Did you see your picture at the bottom?
Was it there? I did have my ugly mush on there. You do better than bigger fights.
Your face wasn't actually in it. It was you cuddling Dave Colwell, I think, after the Makabu fight.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because that's your moment, wasn't it?
Oh, thanks.
Didn't put like the hay fights or anything else.
But doesn't matter. They're all the same. You were there. That's the main. That's the most important thing. So, thank you very much. But and billion views. Wow. How many people in the world? Is it 7 billion? I think it's something like that. If it's 7 or some billion.
Yeah, it's not quite the same stat because obviously some people have rewatched stuff.
Don't worry, it doesn't matter. When you hit 7 billion, you can say everyone in the world's watched your videos. Good luck.
I like that stat. Thank you.
You get knocked, Sparta! No hug needed!
Welcome, Team Everlast, to the Team Everlast Fitness app. Download the Everlast Fitness app and find your greatness within.